Hello, Eric from Satisfied Incorporated, and today I wanted to talk about something that's a little maybe more serious. I don't think it has to be, but for some reason it is. So I recently made a post on Facebook, and I guess it upset some people. So first off, I want to apologize. I'm not here to upset anybody. I don't want anybody to make anybody's life a worse place to be. I really don't. But I understand why it did upset people. So to kind of fill you in, what I did is Satisfied Incorporated, we made a headlight conversion for the classic BMWs. And so, just for full disclosure, I was shooting to get attention. You know, I mean, that's kind of what we're doing, right? So I decided to take it a little bit further. And what I did is I said, hey, you know, if you purists like 13-inch wheels and you like sky-high suspensions, that's cool. I don't like it. I think it looks ridiculous. I use the word ridiculous. So that's what I said. I don't know. I don't think that's that like crazy. I don't think it's that wild, but I understand why people would get upset because you can't see like the context and what I'm saying in text. So as I say, I apologize, and I didn't mean to upset anybody. And like I say, I was looking for attention. I got it. So, but it's not how I want to get it. It felt dirty. I thought it would be so ridiculous what I was saying that people would be like, oh yeah, hey, screw you too, buddy. Like, woo, you know, let's have a good time and like understand that we all have differences and let's just move on. That's kind of what I was hoping for. That's what I thought would happen. But I think that brings up the whole point of another reason that I was posting that. I've been in a lot of groups, you know, all my hobbies in my life, and I've always been on the extreme side of things. So I think most people are in the mainstream, you know, like one thing I did was off-roading, and, you know, I went full custom chassis, like I made all my chassis, tube chassis, and, you know, high horsepower, big tires, like craziest obstacles. And that's not what most people were into. Most people were into like a stock Jeep and you know, dilly-dallying down the trail, and that's fine. That's fine. But I understand that like I'm not the norm. I like the extreme things. The BMWs, I like air suspension, I like bigger wheels, I like the more extreme side. And I don't think that's mainstream, obviously. So it's one of the things that I think is a problem, though. And here's why I think it's a problem. Especially in this BMW community. So I don't know why the BMW community seems like one of the worst, but it appears to me that a BMW, or like a stereotypical BMW guy, is like, you need to do the cars my way, or like we are going to light you up. And I think there's a huge community of people that are like that in this BMW community. And I think it's just, I don't think it's good. And here, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's good. So, I think you should build your car any way you want. And I mean that. And I mean, you should be able to paint it like a rainbow. You should be able to make it a 4x4, put it on huge tires. You should be able to keep this thing purely stock. You should be able to do a Group 5 build. You should be able to put it on air suspension. You should do anything you want. Like anything. Like, who cares? I don't care what you do with your car. And in fact, even if I wouldn't build a BMW the same way that you do, I can still appreciate it because it's like we're brothers from another mother. We have the same love for the same car, but we just think a little bit differently. And what's wrong with that? Right? So it made me start thinking about like why do people insist that I do things the way they do? And this is probably where it's going to be the offensive part, but I think a lot of people insist that you do things the way they do because then it validates what they're doing. I think I think they need to be validated because they want to be accepted by other people. And I don't know. I don't get that because I build my car for me to drive. And I don't care if anybody else likes it. Like if I wanted the coolest car in the world, well, this is hard to say, but if I wanted the coolest car in the world, I wouldn't have chose these cars. Because yeah, to me, they're the coolest cars in the world. But to go out in public, somebody wants to see a whatever, you know, they want to see a Corvette or a Camaro or, you know, like how cool are Camaros to everybody? Everybody loves them, right? You'll get way more attention, way more likes. But it's not why I'm here. I built this car because I like it. And I don't need you or anybody else to tell me that you like it. But I think that's where the purists are, is I think the purists are like, you can't do that. Those wheels look stupid, like, because it validates their choice. I could be wrong. And so here's the problem with that, is if you talk down on everybody else that comes in and has a different idea of how to build a car, which is what I see all the time in these BMW groups, it pushes those people out. So like if somebody wanted to come in, and just for a bad example, if somebody wanted to come in and say, hey, I want to do this classic BMW build and I want to put like 24-inch wheels on it. You guys have seen it. I know you've seen it. The posts turn into a nightmare. Like, stupid, hate it, dumb. Like, it's just negativity. And it's like, listen, if you don't like it, that's fine. But why are you saying bad things? You know what I mean? And on the flip side, here's my point, is like, there's a bunch of people that do like modified things. Do you ever see those people that like modified cars come into a purist post and tell them that stock is stupid? Have you ever seen that? I'll tell you, no. Because modified people don't care, right? So anyway, these people come in and they say, hey, I want to put 24s on my ride, and everybody says they're stupid. And then it's like this guy that had an idea about this car, whether it is stupid to you or not, is now like, I'm out of here. Like, I don't, like, you know, I mean, like, how would you feel if you came in and you're like, hey, I like stock wheels and tires? And everybody's like, you're stupid. And there's like 4,000 posts about how stupid you are for wanting stock tires and wheels. It's going to change your mind. It's going to put a bad taste in your mouth. You could possibly leave, like, whatever. So now you're gone, right? This is what's happening with the modified people, right? Like, they come in here and they're like, hey, man, this looks sick on, like, 18 or 19 wheels. Like, what do you think? And then you guys are like, this is dumb. Get out of here. You're stupid. And then those people leave. They leave. And here's why you should be concerned with that, is because you're pushing people out. You're pushing people out that are interested in these cars. And like I said, they're not interested like you're interested. And that's probably what a lot of purists want, is they don't want any like four-wheel drive lifted classic BMWs. But the reason this is going to hurt the purists themselves and it hurts yourself is because think about from a vendor standpoint. Like, if you were just selling to purists, you would just sell OEM parts. There's nothing to make. But if you had an aftermarket where you could make 24-inch wheels, or, you know, whatever, for a bad example, now you can come in and you can make other things, and you can make other fixes that could possibly apply to a purist also. And it's also going to make it so more people buy these cars. So if you're already into a classic BMW, it raises your value of your car because now more people want them. It also, like, if you're concerned like me, like, I like these cars whether they're stock or not. Like, I'm going to drive a different modified car, but I like them even when they're stock, and I want to save them all. And if you had more interest in these cars, you're going to save more cars. And if you save more cars, that means you'll have more parts. You'll have more people interested. You know, it's like, imagine if, you know, take a popular car like a Camaro, you know, and like a 69 Camaro or something. Can you imagine if that community was like, you can't put wide tires on that, didn't come with wide tires? You know, you can't put an LS1 in that car. You don't, you know, like, or you can't put, you know, wide fenders, or you can't upgrade the interior. You can't put a stereo. Like, you can't do this, can't do, you know, like, it would stifle the Camaro. And like, if you only had Camaros that were stock, think about how many other people that are into Camaros that are not stock. Like, you're cutting out a huge portion, and so then that's what I'm saying. That there goes your aftermarket, there goes just the interest in general, there goes like just everything. So it's like, what's the point of saying you can only build stockish style cars, right? It doesn't help you even as the purist. So I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But the world's full of hate. And I don't get that either. I don't get why people gotta hate and people gotta try to control. I don't know why, like, if you see a post about a classic BMW and the guy wants to run 24-inch wheels, that we used to have a saying when I was a kid, and a lot of my sayings as a kid are going away, and I don't know why. But a saying that we had when I was a kid is that you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I think that applies here. It's just crazy because we all love the classic BMW, but a lot of people are like, it has to be my way, or you need to leave, or I don't accept it, or, you know, whatever. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Look on the forums, and anytime somebody wants to modify something that's not a norm, like, it's usually pretty blasted. So yeah, it's not good for anybody. So I don't want to cause any problems, and like I said, I apologize for that post. I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna rib you guys about being purists anymore, but if I do, it's like in a good humor, like, sort of sense, you know. It's like, hey, you guys, like, enjoy your 13 wheels, those are cool, you know. I don't know, but it's all in good fun, and I think if you're going to do that with modified people, I think that's awesome too. Like, let's have some fun with it, but it's not fun right now. Nobody's having fun. Everybody's being mean. Why? I don't know. So you can take that for what it's worth. It doesn't serve anybody, you know. And this world is turning into a gross, ugly place where everybody's mean to each other all the time, and I think that's unfortunate. So that's why I want to make this video, is first to apologize and say, you know, I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but then I wanted to explain myself about that post, and just kind of just put it out there on video, and you can see me while I'm talking right now, that I wasn't serious, and I wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings, and so I hope people can understand that. But if this doesn't change a thing, I'm not surprised about that either, but I'm just trying to spread what I feel like would be good for mankind, BMWs, whatever, you know. So take it for what it's worth. You know, like, if you got any comments on this, just go ahead and let me know, and we can talk about it. But like I said, we're the same people. We like the same cool cars. There's no reason that we should be at each other. We should be like friends, and we should be like brothers, right? I mean, liking the same things, that's pretty cool. Or we can hate each other for liking the same things that are slightly different. So take it for what it is. Thanks for watching this video, and I don't know, let me know what you think. See ya.